I went through is something nobody should have to endure. And the fact that I know that he's doing this to other people, to other girls that are younger than me, makes me very upset.
Tomorrow is today, boys. So last video we talked about Boogie getting fired from the Lol Cow Live podcast, and we talked about how Jackson Clark wanted us to Google a special phrase because one of Boogie 298's victims had something to say for the past 6 years, and we've all been ignoring it essentially. So Jackson Clark wanted us to search on Google Boogie 2988 Lucy Foxx. Click the first Reddit link. And so down the rabbit hole I went. This rabbit hole wasn't that deep. So 6 years ago, people started putting writings on the wall of Boogie 2988 and his manipulation tactics. Boogie was getting divorced from his wife, and he decided to go on I'm assuming a sugar baby website. The woman in the video that's exposing Boogie did not say the specific website, alright? She didn't even give details on what, the website could be, so we can look at this and figure out how degenerate Boogie got. But we once we get into the video a little bit more, you guys will figure out we got enough information to know what this woman was doing on this website. So Boogie was on a certain website and he found Lucy Foxx, a woman who works in the social media industry. The opposite side of YouTube. YouTube would never allow her to just straight up upload her videos. She would have to upload them underneath the educational section, if you catch my drift. So Lucy Foxx was a fan of Boogie 2988 back in the day, and whenever Boogie, I'm assuming, figured this out, he started to work his magic, alright? He started telling her about his divorce, how hard it is being an 800-pound man, how hard it is to be him. You don't know what it's like to be famous, baby, making money, hand over fist, having adoring fans pour into your live stream, willing to just throw money at you with your clothes on. Wink, wink. And in this audio recording that Lucy Foxx posted, she decided to expose Boogie 6 years ago. This man has been spiraling for 6 years in a row now. Probably longer than that. But this man has been spiraling for so long to where it was before any of us even knew half the degenerate shit he was getting up to.
So I dated a YouTuber, and for his sake, I'm just gonna call him. What should I call him? Asshole. Okay, so Asshole. I met Asshole, and he was on a website. I'm not gonna say what kind of website, but you can probably figure it out. And I, thought, oh, this must be a joke. Okay, so I messaged the guy. Was like, oh, I thought you were married. He said, well, I'm going through a divorce and she just left me, come over. So since I have been a fan of said Asshole for many years, I decided, okay, well, he can't be a bad guy, so I'll just go over and see how it is. Since I was a fan, and I thought, oh, well, nothing bad will come out of it, because, everyone thinks he's such a great guy. So I went over, not a whole lot happened. We stayed and talked until 7 or 8 in the morning. Just talking, just talking about his shit and a little bit about me and where I come from and, what I'm looking for in a relationship, because I was looking to date somebody.
So Boogie decided, you know what? Time to get on the rebound, alright? Getting a divorce from the old ball and chain. Let me go on the prowl. And so he found Lucy Foxx on this website, which I'm sure is for dating a specific kind of person. I'm gonna be honest here, still getting used to what words you can and can't say on YouTube. I have a few yellow dollar signs because of just saying random words up here that could mean anything, but also could mean nothing at all. But yeah, so he went on to a specific website meant for specific people looking for very specific things. and he found Lucy Foxx up there, and he started to trauma dump. He did the Boogie special. The man loves trauma dumping, just like how he did on Destiny and Muda Horror back in the podcast.
So when you're talking about suicide, you're just trying to find hope, man. Suicide happens, and this is, you can Google this, suicide happens when pain outweighs hope. And I was in a tremendous amount of pain, and I was losing hope that it was going to get better. So I tried to figure it out, but I kept going to the doctor because I was hopeful. I was hopeful that things would get better. If I knew that I was going to live to this, I'd still choose it too, by the way. I'm so glad I'm still alive. I'm so glad I made the right choice. I'm so glad I fucking
Can we
stuck.
stop the cringe and passion speeches?
Just like how he did whenever he was quote unquote diagnosed with cancer. Just like how he did whenever he lost his money on crypto. He just trauma dumps any and everything that he can get his hands on, or that he can think of at least. I swear, if he actually probably trauma dumped more than he ate, he probably would be at a pretty healthy weight at this point, because this man, like, to maintain this kind of mass, you have to eat a lot every day, and Boogie's not a big man. He does not need to eat as much as he does. But him and Lucy Foxx decide, you know what, how about we start secretly dating, so, you know, just in case his wife does something in the divorce that makes him lose everything, it wasn't her fault, and, you know, so she can't be like, see, he's already moved on from me, judge. Give me all of his money. So they started dating in secret, but this was Boogie's plan all along.
Asshole was nice at first, as most assholes are. And I thought, well, you know, let's see how it goes. You know, he seems like a nice guy. He was, you know, going through some stuff, so I thought I would be there for him and help him through some stuff. So that's what I did. You know, I would go over to his house every day. I'd take care of him, have him talk about, you know, his issues and, you know, all the hate he was getting and blah, 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 blah. And I kind of just listened to it, you know, and one thing led to another and we started forming a relationship. But we kept it very quiet since he was going through a divorce and I did not want to get involved with that because that's not my place. So I never posted about it publicly. I never posted pictures of us together or anything like that because out of respect for him, which now that I think about it, he just wanted to keep me quiet and keep me as a nobody and somebody that he could just throw away.
So she came down and she started to, you know, hang out with Boogie. She was like, oh, all right, we can hang out. We can, you know, start forming this relationship in secrecy, obviously, because you don't want the wife that's divorcing him to find out that Boogie already moved on, even though, you know, they're going through a divorce right now. So they started hanging out in secrecy. But honestly, this woman, she needs to work. She's a working woman, all right? Hard working woman. She's able to do a lot of tricks, all right? She's a very talented woman. And obviously for her to stay at her peak performance, she has to practice every once in a while on a video camera to, you know, rewatch it, make sure she's doing everything right. So Boogie decides, instead of allowing this woman that willingly came over to his house and was wanting to come back after she's done working, he decided, no, I need to start an argument because, you know, I'm going through some shit right now. You know, I just got off the stream, just stop making my thousands of dollars. I'm going through a divorce. You know, I need you right now. So instead of him allowing her to go home while he's working so she can work, so they can work at the same time, and whenever they're both done, they can come back together, he decides, you know what's better? If you just stay in like a random room in my house, you know, that's cool. Just stay in a random room in my house, somewhere over there, in that general direction. Off stream, of course, because no one can know that you actually exist. Because, bro, I don't want anyone knowing I actually have a girlfriend. Now, you know, I'm getting divorced from my wife, but, you know, I can't let anyone know I have a girlfriend right now. So he does that, and essentially, she's now kind of just stuck in his house because Boogie's not allowing her to go home to make her money. He's not allowing her to go do, you know, production for these talented movie scenes that she has to do. And Boogie is essentially keeping her trapped in this house, starving her of any kind of financial freedom. So then she has to rely on him for any kind of money.
So we started dating for a couple months. He was dealing with some emotional problems and dealing with, his own shit. And I was pretty much taking care of him every day. If you know what I do for a job, then I have to be at home in order to be on cam. Well, I couldn't do that because it would turn into an argument every time I tried to leave. Why are you trying to leave me? I need somebody right now. Blah, 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 So I'd sit in the back room and I'd wait for him to finish up doing his work and whatever, and pretty much I was not making any income. I was scraping to get by, to be honest with you. Like I'd ask him, hey, can I put some money into my bank account so I wouldn't get an overdraft? Okay, well here's, $20. Cool. So I would do that, and then, I have bills to pay, I don't want to get into detail about my personal life because I know none of you really give a shit. But I was dealing with some stuff on my own, but that was never important. That was kind of like put off to the side as being sort of a last resort. Sorry, my ear just kicked on. It was kind of just like a not important kind of a thing, and it started really getting to me because I was putting in all this effort to help asshole with his personal problems, and it kind of felt like everything that I was going through and everything I was dealing with in my personal life did not matter. Because, he has it so bad. He has it. Look, when you have so much money in the bank off of people that you are emotionally, verbally manipulating into giving you cash, and every night you talk about your hookers and your bullshit and, you're going through it, I can guarantee you someone else in this world is going through it a lot worse.
And she's 100% right. Boogie has had every chance in his life to become a multi-millionaire. At one point, he was, there. He was there at the millionaire status. And then he squandered it all on hookers and fun times and food you shouldn't be eating and cryptocurrencies you shouldn't be putting your money into. Like, if Boogie took all $700,000 or whatever amount of money that he made, the hundreds of thousands of dollars that he made off of YouTube, instead of him spending it on all that, and he just put in, like, I don't even know, a money market account at least, this man would be somewhere right in the Bahamas, chilling, sipping on a Mai Tai. He still might be overweight. He would still be overweight, but you know what? He will still be enjoying life. We probably wouldn't even know what this man's up to. He probably would have just disappeared from the internet. But instead of him planning for his retirement, which he is at the age right now, if he put all of his money into like a Roth IRA, he would be, absolutely raking in the dough right now. But instead of him doing that, he decided to enjoy his money at the time that he did. And now he's regretting it because he's old. He can't really work, right? Like, let's all be honest here. What job would Boogie 2988 get? The man can't work in a warehouse, all right? He's so schizophrenic to where you can't put him in a call center. What kind of work could Boogie do other than become a locale for everyone's enjoyment on the internet? Which is sad because at one point this man had it made. He was the golden boy YouTube, rich as shit. He had and still has all the connections anybody that is starting off on YouTube would want. This man right now could have rebuilt his wealth within the past 5 to 6 years that he has been like squandering it. He could have rebuilt that wealth by just networking with people, just talking to them and uploading to his channel. Trust me. Let me let you guys in on something. YouTubers make a lot of money, alright? I have a few videos, Yeah, I'm not saying that I'm raking in it though. I'm not at all. Alright, I am not at all. But I've had a few videos that do pretty well. And they make, a decent amount of money each month. Am I gonna be going out paying rent with it right now? Hell no. But for the little amount of views that my channel gets right now, it makes a whole lot of a difference than just no views at all, no monetization at all. I'm like, boys, I'm starting from nothing right here. Like, literally zero. He had any and everyone he would ever need on his side, but instead of him just taking all of their advice and collaborating with them, he decided to fake cancer. Just let that sink in. Instead of him collaborating with people who were willing to collaborate with him, he'd rather just fake cancer and then throw out a crypto scam. Now, I don't know about you boys. If I could do a video with any of my favorite YouTubers, or hell, they don't have to be my favorite YouTubers. If I could do a video with any YouTuber that is more than willing to help me out grow my channel, I would take that, because I know in the long run, that's better off than just scamming the 5 people that are able to watch my video. It will literally help me out in the long run. But yeah, there's plenty of actual YouTubers out there that will tell you, if you just upload daily, you can just upload anything daily. Just as long as it gets a decent amount of views, you will make a really, really good amount of money. And Moist Critical shows that even with the amount of views that Boogie's pulling in right now, which is like, what, between 10 and 30,000 views a video, Boogie, if he decided today to even hire an editor, I'm more than willing to edit for you, Boogie. But even if today he decided to hire out an editor, he would still be making at least $7,000 a month off of his channel. All Boogie has to do, speak into a mic for at least 8 minutes a day. He literally is too lazy to speak into a mic for at least 8 minutes a day so he can make $7,000 a month. His job would literally just be speaking nonsense, gibberish at least, into a mic. And he can't even do that. And so Lucy Foxx decided, since she's not getting enough money from Boogie, she needs to go, do her job now. She thought Boogie was gonna be a sugar daddy. She thought, maybe he might start giving me some money. But $20 to make sure your checking account isn't overdraft. It really isn't a sugar daddy material. So she told him, hey, I'm gonna have to leave and do some work right quick. I'll be back. All right, I'll be back. Let me go work right quick. And I think we all know Boogie did not like that.
A lot worse. And trust me, I have been through quite a bit, but I do not come up on the internet and complain about every little detail that is wrong with my life. I keep it to myself, and I speak with a therapist. But things started progressing and got worse. Like, at first, Asshole was really nice, he'd take me out, there was no issue, he would maybe get me a present once in a while, mostly hand-me-downs, so we wouldn't have to pay for anything. And then it got to a point where, okay, well, I need to go to Los Angeles because I need to go shoot for some production companies, right? He was hesitant on that. He was like, why don't you just stay at home? Well, I'm not making any money at home right now because it's a slow season and I can't go anywhere because every time I try to leave your house, you scream and yell at me. All right, fair enough. Here's $500 so you can go out to Los Angeles. Paid for my ticket, can't complain. Paid for maybe $200 worth of food and my baggage home. You can say what you want about me and you can call me all the names in the book, but at the end of the day, you know exactly what you were getting into. You know exactly what kind of job I have, and you knew for a fact that you were not comfortable with anything I do. Right. Oh, well, I used to run websites for all these companies. That does not mean you're comfortable with it. That just means you're just trying to put on a front. Like usual. Anyways, I just want to set the record straight. Things were good at the beginning. But it got to the point where every night I'd go home in tears because asshole thought it was a good idea to scream at me, about everything. Oh, you're not here enough. You aren't, you're just fucking annoying and you just don't want to listen to me, blah, 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 blah. You don't mean shit to me. You don't mean shit. You're just a fucking piece of shit. Okay, well, thanks. Appreciate it. So I had to keep everything a secret. And, there's been a lot of, I've been watching and noticing that asshole likes to refer to somebody as his hooker. Oh, I'm going to pay my hookers for this, blah, 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 blah. I have not seen this man since March. So, whatever hooker he's referring to, it's not me. I don't do that. I don't do special services for anybody. In fact, I'm not going to knock down anybody who does full service, but I don't do that. And that wasn't what our relationship was. It was a true relationship.
So as you heard, the man started to unravel. The relationship obviously didn't work out because, I'm gonna be honest, most men can't be in a relationship with someone that does what Lucy Foxx was doing, alright? Because, you don't want to know that, oh man, she's going to work. So Boogie paid for her flight and everything to go back out to LA, and I'm assuming that's where they broke up, because whenever you're starting to call your partner a hooker and you're paying your hooker, that's not really a relationship material. You shouldn't be calling your girlfriend, wife, whatever, a prostitute. I'm like, my guy. Like, I don't understand. Like, obviously he knew that she watched his streams and his videos because, again, she was a fan. So obviously he knew what he was saying and he knew how to get underneath her skin. I'm like, it's kind of disgusting how this man, manipulated her to think, oh no, I actually want to have a real relationship with you instead of just, fucking you. I'm like, I'm sure if you just threw out a wad of cash, I'm sure, even though she said she doesn't do special services, I'm sure she'll make a special exception for her favorite YouTuber / streamer. Like, my guy, you could have just been straight up. You could have been like, hey, looking to fuck. Maybe it could turn into something. I don't know. But also, if it does turn into something, you can't be doing that anymore. Just be straight up with her. Like, hey, we're gonna have to find you a new job or some shit. Like, at least that you could be like, hey, he told you straight up from the get-go that you're gonna have to get a new job if you want to be with him. But like, none of that went on. The man, I guess, telepathically that, oh, she obviously will know that she has to get a new job. She can't be doing a video on demand jobs anymore, right? But yeah, that's what Lucy Foxx had to say about Boogie 2988. And you know what? I can't wait for Desi, Boogie's new girlfriend, to come out and say, yeah, I was in trouble. I don't understand why none of y'all tried to help me out here. Keem, Muda Hard, did you not see me? I am in danger right now. But for now, Boogie's keeping Desi underneath his thumb, but I'm sure whenever they eventually break up, because let's all be honest here, it seems like nothing in Boogie's life works out. Like, right? Every relationship, every good opportunity he gets, he always squanders it because he just can't control himself. So whenever they eventually break up, not if, alright, eventually whenever they do break up, I'm hoping Desi will be brave enough to come out with her own story against Boogie, because I need some more views. Boys, we got bills to pay here, alright? Don't forget to like, subscribe, share the video with your friends, or just spam it at your favorite YouTuber on Twitter. Also, click this video right here to see what happened on the last Lol Cow Live and why Boogie got fired from it. But other than that, I'll see you all tomorrow.